What's up? What's going on, everybody? You guessed it, you guessed it. It is your boy Trey Sense, and we got a little bit of a review, a little bit of a discussion. You know how we do it here on that channel. So before we get into it, though, I need a little something from you. If it's all right with you, I need you to like this video, I need you to share this video, and I need you to, well, sub to the channel, sub to the channel. So what we're going to talk about today, and continue to tap in, man. Let me know where you're watching this video from. That's a cool feature, man. Let's see. Let me get some shout outs. South Alabama, the Bay Area. And I ain't talking about Frisco, I'm talking about Alabama. Y'all been tapping in with me, appreciate that. Wyoming, y'all always checking in with me, man. Of course, Bay Springs, Mississippi, always checking in. Dallas, Texas, that area is always checking in. Greatly appreciated. Been getting some check-ins from Florida, been getting some from Georgia, been getting some from New York. So y'all tap in and let your boy. South Africa has been checking in with me. If I got some people watching in the St. Louis area, y'all tap in with me. Florida been tapping in with me pretty good. Georgia, y'all been tapping in as well. Continue to check in with me and let me know where you watching from. So we're gonna just talk about 3 fragrances in this review, this video, this discussion, and they're all from the Giorgio Armani house, from the Acqua di Gio line, more specifically from the Profondo line. So we have Profundo Lights, the OG Profundo, and the newest one, Profondo Parfum. And this was part of my recent purchases. So let's get to the first one, the discontinued Profondo Lights. I like this one. I liked it as soon as I smelled it. It is a great take on Profondo. Lights is a really good name, but it's a bright, uplifting, vibrant fragrance. I think it's great for this time of the year. If you have this in your collection, you may want to pick it up, dust it off, and wear it. Yes, it's discontinued. I don't think the prices on this have really soared. I don't think it's hard to get your hands on. May not be as easy as some other stuff that hasn't been discontinued, but nonetheless, I do think it's one, if you haven't picked up, you should add to your collection. I don't think it was a very popular fragrance, which is the reason it was released and then discontinued so fastly. But I like it. Again, it's a little bit fresher, soapier, brighter take on Profundo. Nothing else to say about it. Really good fragrance. You should definitely give it a try. If you haven't, have an opportunity to pick this up, you may want to go ahead before the prices get stupid, because if you know anything about fragrances, you know how that works. It could be a run-of-the-mill fragrance, and then all of a sudden they put that discontinued word on there, and then it just goes stupid. So we don't want that. But if you have an opportunity to pick this up at a good price, I suggest you do. I picked mine up, of course, at Dillard's. I can't remember how I got it, but the ladies hooked me up with it there. I like it. I like it a lot. To me, it has sort of a 90s vibe to it, and maybe that's what I like about it. It reminds me of fragrances that I used to wear when I was a little bit younger, Trey Sense, but it is what it is. But I like it. Now, if you happen to have this in your collection, dust it off. Give it a try. Give it a spray or two. It may remind you of why you purchased it in the first place and why you bought it. I think one of the problems, or one of the things that I dislike about Fragcom, is the fact that they could release this same fragrance, changing an ingredient or two in it, or a note or two in it, and slap elixir or untense or extrait on it and charge $300 for it, and people would go buy it because they think it's better because it's new. Not always the case. Not always the case. Sometimes they're just cash grabs, but I liked this when I smelt it the first time, but I had to give it an opportunity to calm down a little bit. Didn't realize that it was going to go from being released to discontinued before it ever really calmed down, but it never really got hyped in the first place. So from the house of Acqua di Gio, from the house of Giorgio Armani, from the Acqua di Gio Profondo line, it is lights. Yes, I get Profondo and Profumo confused. Most people would. Next on the list is the OG. The OG Profondo. And I like this one as well. Not sure whether I like Profondo better than Profumo, but what is a Profondo anyway? Does anybody even know? But there it is. I don't know why this didn't come with a magnetic cap. It just seems like a magnetic cap makes it more official. Now, again, not a whole lot of similarities between these two. This one is just a lot brighter, hence the name Lights. But they both smell really, really good, and it is official. I'm definitely more of a fan of Profumo than Profondo. Doing this video kind of just made me realize that. But they all smell really, really good. I think Profumo has a more refined, buttoned up, mature scent, where Profondo is a little bit more laid back, a little bit more chill. I guess one of them would be more like daytime, running around, running errands, that type of thing, where one of them would be more subtle, subdued, chill. Profondo is definitely more chill, especially Lights. Now, I like Profumo. Profumo is one of my favorite scents, and if I'm not mistaken, it's been discontinued as well. I think Acqua di Gio has been on a really, really good run. I smelled the new release of the original Acqua di Gio. It is a banger and great to pick up for the summertime. I will be getting that. I also smelled the new Elixir, and I like it. I really like it. I just don't want to pay astronomical prices for a bottle this big. I mean, they have skyrocketed that into niche price territory. Whether it's a niche style fragrance or not, it is definitely niche prices. So I'm gonna wait, because I still haven't bought the original Sauvage Elixir, nor have I bought YSL Elixir, and I like all of them. I just haven't bought them because price ain't been right. So I'll get around to getting them and working them in my collection. But anyway, getting a little off track, but as I'm smelling this, I'm just reminded of all the fragrances from Acqua di Gio that have come out that I've picked up that are really, really, really good fragrances. Because I know last year I picked up Acqua di Gio Parfum, and it's good. And I also have Acqua di Gio EDP. It's good as well. It's a great line. It's a great line. And again, I know we've gone in this direction in Fragcom where we feel like everything has to be sweet and gourmandy and all of this. Aquatics are still really good, and they're still really popular fragrances down here in the South where it's hot and it's warm. Now listen, I'll be the first person to tell you. You see my Valentinos up there. I'll be the first person to tell you. I love my Valentino, and I love my Azzaro. I love the Wanted line. So, I mean, I'm not trying to sound hypocritical because I love those sweet, savory style fragrances as well. But don't forget about your fresh aquatics, especially this time of the year. Again, comparing this one to Profondo, this is Profondo. Comparing Profondo to Profumo, this one I think is a little bit more chilled, where Profumo I think is a little bit more buttoned up and dressy. But comparing these two, Lights is very bright, very fresh, very effervescent, where this one is just a little bit more subdued and chill. Now, to the newest one. And this is Profondo Parfum. I've had this a few weeks and have not opened it yet, so here we go. We're gonna open it. I smelled it in the store and I made a mistake. I did. I made a mistake. I sprayed this on one hand and I sprayed Elixir on the other. And I bought this one. And I bought this one because it was a bigger bottle, a better price. And it wasn't a great price on this. This was very expensive as well. But this is, what size bottle is this? 3.4? Probably, yeah. I think this is a 3.4 ounce. Pretty good size bottle compared to a 1 ounce. And so I went with this one. Beautiful bottle, beautiful presentation. I love the gradient. But by the time I got home, I realized that Elixir was the one that I really liked and probably should have went ahead and bought, but I didn't even ask them the price on it because it's an Elixir, and I know, and we're talking about a bottle about this size, that probably would have been $200+, and I'm just like, I can't do it. Maybe I did ask them the price, but either way, I decided to get Profondo Parfum. Now, am I disappointed in this fragrance? No, I won't say disappointed in it, but I did make a mistake. I sprayed it next to a better smelling. This one does have a magnetic cap. I'll be doggone, I was just talking about that. I sprayed it next to a better smelling fragrance. And what got me with this one was in the opening, I liked this one better. But in the dry down, I liked the Elixir better. And I can't remember if that's Acqua di Gio Elixir or if it's Profumo Elixir. I can't remember. It reminds me of the Profumo bottle because it's black with the little silver around the bottom. So it reminds me of the Profumo bottle, but I can't remember if it was called Acqua di Gio Elixir or Profumo Elixir because they're both new releases. Again, one of the most banging fragrances that I smelled. I did not buy it, but I will end up getting it. Is the new 2025 release of Acqua di Gio. That's a good smelling fragrance, guys. It really is. It really is. It's like they took the old Acqua di Gio and amped it up and just made it a better smelling fragrance. It's great. But what got, let's see, smelling the opening of this is just like, man, that's what got me in the store. Spraying it on and I'm just like, oh yeah, I like that one better. And then by the time I got home, I'm still smelling them and I'm like, because this right here, when you first spray it, this is sexy. This is really sexy. It's woody, it's deep. I'm gonna make this my scent of the day though, because smelling it now, I'm reminded of like, that's why I liked it in the store in the first place, because as soon as it hit my skin, it reacted really well. And I'm thinking that's a departure from, again, try not to get the Profumo and Profondo confused. This is a departure from the Profondo line. It's a little bit different. It's got a lot more. And I remember, but I'd also smelled probably 10 or 15 fragrances. So I'm sitting there thinking like, that's good. That's good. But I remember the opening of this is what grabs me. That rich, dark, dank. And I'm thinking, that doesn't smell like an Acqua di Gio fragrance. It definitely doesn't smell like a Profondo. And I was like, yeah, I want this one. I want this one. And again, by the time I made the 30, 35, 40-minute drive home, I was just like, did I make a mistake? So, what you got with this one? When you first spray this on your skin, you're going to be hit with this blast of rich woodiness. And you're going to think, wow, that's nice. Hold on. I got to spray this again on myself. because that opening is divine. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Could have been a little bit better made because you do pick up on a little bit of an alcohol twinge in there. It's not bad, but you're going to get just a hair of it. But you do pick up on some sweetness, some woodiness. Not a very aquatic fragrance at all. And that opening is really different from anything in the Acqua di Gio family. And that's where it's going to get you. Now, as the fragrance starts to dry down, you get, let me make sure I get the right one. You're gonna be very reminiscent of this one. Now, it is a better fragrance than this one. So if you like Profundo, then you're gonna love this. If you don't like Profundo, you won't like this. Oh, man. So I get it in the sense of this being the perfume version of this. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. But then the dry down, I wish the dry down were different because the opening to the mid is where this is a star. But as you know, the dry down is what's really going to be left on your skin. The dry downs of these two are pretty similar. And this doesn't have a bad dry down. I mean, it's not like this is a bad smelling fragrance. But it's like the opening and the mid to this, you're thinking rock star status. You're thinking this from the Acqua di Gio line. And then it just kind of goes back to the original Profundo. Yeah, Profundo. Good smelling fragrance. I paid entirely too much for this fragrance. I paid entirely too much for this fragrance. I paid $170 for this fragrance. Now, again, I bought this during my sensational, so it was absorbed in the price of all the fragrances that I bought. Because again, I walk out of there with 16 or 17 fragrances, so it's all absorbed in that. But I did pay too much for it. And if this fragrance were $100, I think it would be a great deal because it does smell very masculine. It does smell very mature. It is very clean. It is definitely deeper and richer. You can tell that it is a perfume concentration. It does offer you more body than the original. It does. I mean, it's a better smelling fragrance. It's a better smelling fragrance. This is very, very warm. I'll even say it's a sexy fragrance. It sits a little closer to the skin than I would like for it, especially for it to be $170 fragrance. You would want it to project more. It's not going to be the type of fragrance that when you walk in the room, everybody's going to be like, oh my gosh, who is that? It's not that type of fragrance. It's just not. It's the type of fragrance that you're going to wear if you like things to sit closer to the skin and be more subtle. My biggest disappointment with this fragrance though is that the opening and the mid is so good, so sexy, so warm, so inviting, woody, just amazing. And then it dries down to a fragrance that's very similar to this. Which, since it is a flanker, I guess that's not a bad idea. But maybe the mid and the opening will hold on longer and blend in with it so it doesn't smell so much like this. But again, the mistake that I made was spraying it next to Elixir, because I will tell you, the Elixir was a better smelling fragrance. The Elixir just reminded me too much of the original Acqua di Gio. So in my mind, I'm thinking, as much as I like the way this Elixir smells, if I was going to buy one, I would save some money and buy the original that's just been re-released, because it's going to be probably the cheapest of the three. So none of them are cheap anymore. I mean, I think it was $135, $140 for the new 2025 release. And where we got sidetracked is because I was talking to my girls about it. They had so much going on. I don't think they were comprehending what I was saying. I don't think they were comprehending, because what I was trying to figure out is, okay, this one that's in front of me, is this the new 2025 release, or is this the old Acqua di Gio? But they may not even be aware, which I don't know, they're pretty savvy. I don't know if they're even aware that it was re-released. They should, but I don't know, because it's a lot of things going on, a lot of people in and out of the store that day, picking up fragrances and stuff. So, or else I might have bought the new 2025 version right then and right there, because I liked it when I spray. Because see, with me, it's just like music. It either hits me in the beginning, because if it doesn't hit me in the beginning, you ain't gonna get it. I'm not gonna like it. It's just like that. Which is the reason why I bought it's the same subject but different fragrances, Spice Bomb Fresh. The reason that I bought my Spice Bomb Fresh is because when I sprayed that fresh, it hit me in the beginning. So I said, I'll get the Spice Bomb later. I want this fresh. So I bought the fresh. Glad I did, because the fresh has been discontinued. But I say all that to say, this is a great fragrance. I wish the dry down offered a little bit more. The opening and the mid are amazing. You're gonna get this nice, robust, sexy, woody, slightly sweet, rich fragrance, and you're gonna like it. The dry down is a good dry down. It's just gonna remind you a lot of the original. Now, so far, it's holding its own. I almost want to say it's a little bit leathery or resinous. It's got a little bit of that Middle Eastern smokiness trying to come through off of my skin. So so far, it's doing pretty good. I think the mistake that I made, again, and I've said it and I'll say it again, was spraying it next to that Elixir, because it just was outshined by the Elixir. I wouldn't buy the Elixir right now. I would buy the new release. But if you're curious about this fragrance, is it worth the money? $170? No. But this is a 4.2 ounce bottle, so that may be why it was so expensive. Is it worth that? No. It's not at all. 75, 80 bucks. Yeah, it's a win. 75 or 80 bucks, it's a win. Is it a good fragrance? Yeah, it is. I like it. But again, I like what Giorgio Armani has been doing with the new release of Stronger With You. Stronger With You Parfum is a great fragrance as well, but it sits a little close to the skin. Does it smell good? Yes. Just sits a little close to the skin. The new Acqua di Gio, which is not new anymore, Acqua di Gio Parfum. It's a great fragrance as well. The new Acqua di Gio EDP, which is not new anymore either. That's a good one. You can pick it up at Ross and places like that for 65 or 70 bucks. And for that price, it's great. It's a great fragrance. I like what they have done. They've kept a lot of the original DNA in them, but at the same time, they've given you a fragrance that is different as well. And I absolutely like that. I think they did a good job doing that. But to land this plane, do I like this fragrance? Yes, I do. I like this fragrance. And I think the more I wear it, the more I'm gonna like it. Do I think it's worth what I paid for it? I don't. But again, I bought 16 or 17 fragrances that day to help absorb that price. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Do I recommend that you pay full retail for this? No, I don't. I think you should wait and catch it when the price comes way down. Yeah, that's what I think you should do. I think if you do that, I think you'll be great. And I think it'll be a great fragrance add to your collection. Is it better than the original Profundo? Yes, I do. I think it's way better. Way better of a fragrance than that. I just don't think it's worth $170. I think you should definitely wait. If I were going to buy one out of the 3 that just came out, whether it was this one, which is Profondo Parfum, the new release of the Acqua di Gio, or the Elixir, I honestly, if I had it to do all over again and just go buy one of them, I would buy the new release, the 2025 release of Acqua di Gio. I just think it's, for the money, you're gonna get a mass appealing fragrance. Excuse me. You're gonna get a mass appealing fragrance that everybody likes and that you think smell good. You're gonna get a fragrance that you can wear any time of the season. You're gonna get a daily driver. You're gonna get a fragrance that you can wear anywhere, to a job interview, to a wedding, to a cookout, bar mitzvah, to the club, to the bar. You're gonna get a one-hitter quitter. You're gonna get a fragrance that you can take with you on vacation. It's gonna do it all. It's gonna do it all. Is it the reinvention of the wheel? Nope. But in this case, it doesn't need to be, because it just works. It just absolutely works. So if I had to do it over again, I might would buy that one. But it just, at the time, it was so much going on. They weren't really paying that much attention to the question that I was asking, and then they had it in 2 or 3 different sizes, and I was just like, okay, but which one is this? And we're sitting there looking at it going, well, it's Acqua di Gio. And I'm like, I know that, but so we just got a little, or else it may have been purchased in the first place. But is it good? Yes. Is this good? Yes. Again, it's one of those things where the more I wear it, the more I think I'm gonna like it. But comparing it to the Elixir, it was a little bit of I ain't gonna say let down, but But I'm gonna give it a wearing today, and you may see it in a video soon. you may see it in the video soon. That's all I'm gonna say about it. But am I disappointed with my purchase? No, not at all. I just feel like I paid a little too much for it, because at $170, that to me is niche prices. I mean, I paid less for the Tom Ford. The Tom Ford was, but I only got a 50 mil. The Tom Ford was $160 with $100 off, so I paid $60 for the Tom Ford, and then I paid $170 for this, because I didn't have any coupons when I bought this. I should have had another one, but I didn't. But anyway, I'm gonna get off of here, and because I got to get ready to get on the road. I'm going out of town for the weekend, so I love you all, and may God bless you all, and I hope you have a beautiful, safe weekend. Again, not sure when you see this video, but again, take care of yourselves, be careful, and enjoy your lives. I love you all, and may God bless you all. Until next time, peace.